beautiful Jennifer Ray. I'm setting it up now.
Hello, beautiful people.
We're not on yet.
Not on yet. Okay.
No. It's gonna be a couple of minutes. I'm live on Facebook, letting everybody know that we're gonna be on YouTube. Okay,
Yeah.
so here we are. We're now on YouTube. You can see us there. Jennifer Ray, also known as Jennifer Sampson. We don't know what brought her the name change. We're gonna find out.
Yes.
I don't
That's
even
my
know.
middle name.
Oh, wait, they didn't even wait. I didn't have it on.
Is it on yet?
No, it's not on yet. Okay, so this is the third Soul Speaks 5D today, and Facebook's not letting us go on live for the third time today, but that's okay because we're going on YouTube. We've had a really good turnout for both shows that we had. They were both really good shows, and we're about to do it again. So we're already on YouTube. You can see Jennifer there. You can see me there. So this is not going to be, hello, Susan Marie. This is not going to be the show on this live. I'm just letting everybody know that we're about to start on YouTube. We've already started it. You guys want to come over to YouTube? I'm going to put the link up now. Let me just copy and paste it. Copy, paste. Okay, here. Paste. All right.
Let me see this beautiful.
So we're about to go live on YouTube.
Okay, I'll pull this down a little bit. It's sunny here on the coast.
Facebook's not letting us go live, so we're going to go live on YouTube.
It's a little bit better.
We're already live on YouTube now. I'm just putting
okay. All right.
I'm telling the audience on the Facebook Live that we are going to go live on YouTube. Well, we're already live on YouTube. I put the link on my page. I'm going to put it on the Soulogy group page. Let me just do that. Original post. And let me put it on the SoulogyOneStudios page. Here we go. I'll include the original post. And you want me to put it on your page? Jennifer. Uh-oh. Is she there? Uh-oh, she froze. Okay, so we are live on YouTube, everybody. You can see that we're live on YouTube. There we are. You guys want to come over to YouTube and check out the next hour? We're going to have a great show with Jennifer. She got a new house. She's no longer living in her van. Can't find the live on YouTube. It's on YouTube. If you want to, just go to my page. It's at the top of the page, the link, or you can go to the Soulogy group or the SoulogyOneStudios page. Jennifer just came out. I'm sure she's coming back. So I'm going to go over to YouTube now, and let me just see what that looks like. YouTube, we've got 9 people in the house. Amanda Henning, Julie Hilton, Organical Vibes, David Gagnon, Maria Iverson, and more are coming. If these shows resonate with you, please share. We're going over to YouTube now. You guys are welcome to join us. See you there. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's just share that out. Let me pull up the YouTube so I can see the comments. How's it going, everybody? We're just waiting for Jennifer to come back. Let's see. Here we go. All right. Okay, Jennifer Ray, live. Something happened to her signal. Okay, hello, everybody. Good to see you. Hello, Nicia. Nicia, thank you for your continued love and support contributions, and everybody. Allows us to keep doing what we're doing every day. If these shows resonate with you, please share. Thank you. All right. Okay, we're just waiting for her. Let's see if I can move this. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we had a couple of really good shows today. Hello, Cotton Heart. How you doing? You guys haven't checked out YA Art on Facebook. Cotton Heart, incredible graphics and words. Hello, Leah Gore, Mary Gatto. 21 people in the house. We're just waiting for our guest to get back. Something happened to her internet. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Not sure what happened to her, but everything's perfect. if we have a problem, you can find the live. Just go to my page. Go to my page. The link's there. Just click it. Oh, I'm glad. Yeah, I like the last one a lot. That was really good. Michael James Garber. Uh-oh. Okay, she's going back in. Let me just tell her. Okay. Boom. Good. 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 All right. She'll be here in just a second. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you, Cotton Heart. Catching up with you and all that work you're doing. All right, 22 people. Okay, here she is. She's coming. There she is. All right, so here we go. We're going to get started. Okay, get rid of that. And there she is. There she is. Okay.
I don't know why.
You good to go now? All right.
Yeah.
So we got 22 people in the house and they're coming in. Oh,
Hello,
organic.
beautiful.
Yeah, we're all here. So welcome back. It's been a long time. We haven't seen you in a while. Last time we saw you, you had a bunch of kids running around. You were out in the outback.
Yes, that was like about 3 months ago. Mm-hmm. And my life has changed dramatically even since then. So
it's the energy. Everybody bear with us. It's the energy.
We left Damo. And we left Damo at the block to continue with the build. And I just took the 5 kids and went to the coast and got a house, and now we live on the beach. And
wow.
Yeah.
You live on the beach?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you. It's gorgeous.
I've seen a lot of your comments over the last 3 months, and I've seen some of your posts, and you've gone through a lot of transformation. What's been going on?
Oh, well, it's funny because I only met you guys and Sanine in January, around just after this happened to me. So without you guys, I seriously wouldn't have any port of call, if you know what I mean. Like, you can't sort of anchor this stuff. It just keeps going, keeps flowing, keeps happening. And I think where we were up to last time was December, and I shaved my head.
Yeah,
so just been traveling Australia for quite a few years in the bus with the kids. And of course, even that, you begin to become one with the land. And there's no shops out there, there's no doctors or anything. You're living, you're nomads, you're gypsies. And it's beautiful. It becomes a part of you. And as we know, the universe provides. We'd stop at places and then we'd be like, we can't get to a shop for a couple of days. What are we going to eat? There's bush tucker. There's you just walk along the beach in the morning, and then a shark has lovingly chewed a massive tuna, and your bloke comes home with this 5-6 kilo tuna, and you've got fresh food for some days. I mean, this is how we have been living off grid for that long. We've got wonderful family and friends been watching our journey, just incredible photos that we're all privy to now with these wonderful technologies, and so you can share. So yes, shaved my head, felt so liberated, just amazing, just the sensations there. I highly recommend every woman on the planet just once to shave your head. It's incredible, just the crown, the whole because for me, and I think a lot of women as well, showering and bathing becomes a ritual, a beautiful self call. And to have that in it, it just heightens the senses, everything's there. So meanwhile, we got a big pool, just, you know, for the kids, Christmas, all that. And I would float. So we've got the bus, we've got the block, we've got the growing our own food, you've got the chickens in the background, you know, so we're kind of nicely settled and everything. And then I'm just floating in this pool. And I started surrendering. I thought to myself, look, you know, life isn't going to be the same after traveling in that. You can't just assume that you end up in a town and you're going to do the same things as you've done before. You know, you're not just going to, like I'm used to doing volunteering and getting in there in the community and that. And I'm just thinking, you know, this is a very small town. There's only so much you can do. And I really wanted to do some really full-on stuff, like paint the water tower and just bring in my experiences and put it together with the community and have the kids do the art and everything. But the town wasn't ready for that. So I kind of, you know, hurt my ankle coming out of the bus. It's under construction. And I knew that my body was saying, enough, stop trying to do, Jen, stop it, just relax, just enjoy what you have, just do nothing. And so I did. And then, yeah, as you know, you met Josie, our little kangaroo. I don't have her anymore. She's back at the bus. She's back on the block. We had her till Easter, so she was here for a few weeks. We even took her to the beach. I have this you know, little toy. I miss her. Because she's over, you know, 800 k's away in the bush. Yeah, I took her to the beach a couple of times, and the people here, like, you would think that people who are near a beach are very well grounded and, you know, they've got it all. I mean, I call it here the land of plenty.
Yeah.
You know, the kids now have Wi-Fi. Isn't it funny how the Wi-Fi didn't work here right now? But we've gone from no Wi-Fi from traveling in that, picking up signal around the way, not working, to unlimited. So the kids are just, you know, loving it. They're YouTubing it and gaming.
So what was the reaction of the people when you took Joey to the beach?
Yeah, when I took Josie on the beach, lit up. It just lit them up. It was that simple. Just something like that, connecting them to their own country, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a kangaroo. You know, this is Australia. They should be in everyone's backyard. This is their home. And yet, no, they have to go to zoos for it. They have to, you know, go to a wildlife park or something for that. So to have some chick, me, sitting on the beach, and, you know, I've got a Joey in a you know, pillowcase just there. Yeah, they want to take photos, they want to ask about things. So you get to teach a bit about wildlife. You get to also tell them, really connect them with the land, that there's a drought happening out there, you know, here in Australia. And they wouldn't know that here because it's so green, everything's so lush. And they've got their busy lives. It's so busy. Even just driving, I feel like I'm, you know, back in Italy, in Milano, just trying to get a lane. You know, it's really busy here, Todd. It's Sydney on the New South Wales coast. It's on the peninsula. Yeah, but people here are also generous without realising. They put their stuff out the front, Todd, on their land, you know, out the front on their houses for the council to come and clear away. they leave some really awesome stuff. I can't believe it. I feel like it's like the land of plenty. I got an awesome coffee table that way. I was so thankful. I went up to the house and I knocked and I said, "Are you sure? Is that okay?" And yeah, sure, go for it. This is what happens here. I'm like, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So have you
Mother's Day. I found here, Todd, here, they have, I don't know if you have it over there, probably not in Hawaii, but in America, you have to put money in your Coles shopping trolley, like money to get a trolley.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's with that? So anyway, I'm always like, having to carry that. I found a token for Mother's Day in the Coles at the early morning. I now have a token for the rest of my life for free
free shopping cart.
I was like, that's a Mother's Day present.
Have you had any significant shifts, any big shifts in the last 3 months?
I got to tell you, Todd, everything I'm noticing and stuff. I mean, just today I've noticed people singing in the shops. I'm like, I know that you're saying that to wake up and you've been put in the placements that you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'm being given the ones that need it, but that have it also, if that makes sense. And so just hugging them, just acknowledging them, that what joy they have and what they're doing, just sparks. It's awesome. I'm loving it. But yeah, for me personally, the biggest changes for me, January this year on the 11th, as you know, after surrendering and that, and shaving my head, it'd been nearly a month. I had basically said to Spirit, because I've always followed Spirit and been with Spirit and loved the universe, love everything, love everyone. But I finally just went, you know what? That's it. That's enough. I had enough. That's fine. No more. Whatever. And then it happened. Whatever will be, will be. So I was very relaxed in my nest. I call it my nest in the bus, because she's my beautiful vessel. She's taken us, to many gorgeous places, looked after us, everything. And I had actually just finished watching Sanine lives, first time ever. And I'll have to fish it out and put it, in the comments for anyone who wants to watch that actual one. Wow. Her connection, the way that she was saying about love and that I love you and that, and it was like, yes, all my life people have been saying, like, for instance, I don't know, you just enjoy people's different attributes, and every now and again I'd get like, oh, are you in love with him? Are you in love with her? Like, why are you doing that? And it's like, no. Well, yes, but no, you know what I mean? Like, love was always put towards, sex and a different connotation. Yeah. And I was always like, not like that, but yeah, I love him. Like, and it, and there was a lot of other stuff that I used to get all the time. I can't even remember most of the stuff now, to be honest, Todd. It's, so anyway, though, what she was doing and saying in that part just resonated like 3,000%. Anyone who's watched Avengers knows what that means. 3,000%. So then, because I was so relaxed in my nest, it's my time, as you guys know, I got 5 kids and that. I hadn't actually had an orgasm this year yet. So it's January the 11th. And even though I have a partner of 18 years, we don't do it all the time. It's like, it's a special thing and it's really nice. And we usually just tickle play all the time, which covers most bases. So Don't worry, we're getting there. We got 5 kids.
Good Catholics. So what happened?
So yeah, I had an orgasm, but it was because for the last few years I've started, especially when traveling and everything, it's more of a massage. So it's not just right on source, get off, you know, think of sexy thoughts or whatever else. It's more of love, and your body is craving it, like, and so you give it what it needs, what you need. And I did that, and within like 3 minutes, wow, okay, so it just, the energy usually circles around in my torso and then let out as if it's, you know, like, oh, that's good, that's a release, you know, beautiful, tingly all the way, everything. And then you start getting the beautiful sound afterwards and you completely relax. Lovely. Orgasm are partly different as well, but this one, something else. So it just went right through me, powerful, just powerful, like a like when you're making love with your partner, and he's inside and it makes your whole body feel like that, but it's just gentle and nice. This one was all in your body like that, but just woo,
Wow.
and went right through me, right through my head. And then the ceiling of the bus and the surrounds were all gone. It was just the universe, and it was just me just catapulting out. But then just as quickly as all of that happened, so this is happening, I went right back in again. It was like I went out, like me went out, and then I went back in, and then I went up to the heart space. And just, it was, once it got up to here, like it come back in and then up to here, it was just this electricity, like pure white light, just in me and out of me. And then it just went like this, and both of my arms were just expulsing with it, and then it went back in. And I'm just going, you know, like seriously in my brain, like, what the fuck?
But you were by yourself when this happened.
I did it now. I know, going, yeah. But right then, seriously, I was, you know, it's almost scary.
Yeah.
It's like never happened before. Anything that's never happened to us before that's so full on. Then it came through and was sitting in the palm of my hand, just like that, what's happening right now, sitting in the palm of my hand, like a ball of light. And then Faye came in.
Who?
Faye, my little 6-year-old came in.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
And what happened?
So she put back the curtain. There's a door and then a curtain. And so, you know, I'm covered. It's all good. But even if I were there, who cares? Seriously, ball of light. And she's just looking at it as well. So
Wow.
I have a witness, 6 years old. Yeah, I have a witness. This ball of light. And then I started convulsing. Seizure, like convulsing.
Yeah.
The light went back in me. I was convulsing. And that's when I'd put the curtain back, like she did that, saw it, and then she backed up and the curtain went back down, and then I started convulsing. So thank God she didn't see that. Anyway, you know, you don't want to scare her. I didn't even know what's going on with me. Then I shot up, like my body just did it itself. It just shot up. So it made me sit up, and I was just like, wow, what was, my head was, I'm kind of feeling a little bit of it now, just retelling it, you know. White light, white light, white, beautiful, pure white, like a cloud, like a serious cloud just sitting there, and it didn't leave. It didn't leave, Todd. That white cloud stuck with me, around me for 10 days.
Wow.
10 days. And I felt like I could walk on water.
When did this happen? January?
January, yes. Oh, I should
What?
have tried at the pool. I should have literally have tried. See, I didn't know anything of anything then. I know so much now. I can't wait for it to happen again. Do you know what I think it is? It's the energy source and the crystals, right? Because you know, ancient fairies, all that. It's all me anyway. I believe that's how you get the energy into the crystals to make a new energy source.
Mm.
Definitely. I wish I had the crystal in my hand then. When it was doing that, it would have injected into the crystal.
So
the crystal would have been lit energy.
So what was it like during those 10 days when that light stayed around you?
Wow. My voice changed. All of these things that I was in the present. I was happy. I was like a pig in shit.
How did people react to you when they were around you?
Well, I only had my partner and the kids.
Oh, that's it. Oh, that's right, because you were in the van.
Yeah, I was in the bus and on the property, and I had Josie. So Josie took me on a few adventures. I went bounding with Josie. I know what it feels like to be a kangaroo. Not the eating and shitting part, but the bounding. I went bounding with her. My dream time was 3,000% more. Everything was nothing. Everything was nothing.
Yeah.
Everything was nothing.
Did you get any intel with that? Did you get any messages or anything like that?
Did I get any?
Or
Yeah, that it's all one. Everything is one. Everything is one. That I am the earth. I am the animals. I am the spirit. I am everything. I am everything. I'm going to have to put hang on. Oh, fuck. Fuck. You can hear me. Sorry.
It's all right.
My computer's saying that it needs to be charged, so I'm going to plug it in and I'll come back. But if you can hear me talk, I'll keep talking.
Yeah. Keep going.
All right. Okay. So basically the 10 days was like awesome. Everything was good. I mean, nothing perturbed me, nothing disturbed me. It was like being on ecstasy for 10 days.
Wow.
My voice is shaking now just thinking about it. But I got scared, Todd, because I was like, I can't do this. I can't sustain this. You know, I've got kids. What's with this? You know? If I'm just, what am I, a marshmallow? Seriously, I didn't know.
Did you shut it down or did it shut down by itself?
Okay, that's a good one. I think it was both. So I think they knew. Like when I say they, I've never really experienced extraterrestrial before.
Okay.
So I've always been of the earth with the ancients and the elementals. And people can feel it in me also when they meet me in that, they just know. So I've never actually really thought about it. So until this, I don't even know who it is, but someone might know because you guys know more than me, but so I had this lady sit by the side of my bed. Well, actually, it happened in sort of 3 different parts at the end of the 10 days, like after
Okay.
a week.
So
Sort of thing on
after the 10 days is when
yeah, well, just before the 10 days ended, to be honest.
so you had a visitation. You had visitation or visitations toward the end of the 10 days.
Yes. So I was enjoying it and everything. I even called some of my dear friends who are quite spiritual, just as ourselves. We don't actually really know anything. We just feel. And my dear friends, Charlo and Tom, and they could hear my voice. They knew. They were so excited because I said, I can remember the one thing I kept saying, and I think they would too, is that it's all good. Everything is beautiful. Don't ever be scared of dying. It's fucking awesome. So that sort of thing. Then falling in love with life, everything, just all of it. So, I had this portal. I was invited into a portal. So, because I've always seen the honeycomb, I call it the honeycomb, since I was a kid. You know, the frequencies, the waves, the honey. So, I was pulled into it. It was purple and blue, and I was being pulled into it. And then I just kind of felt like, okay, yeah, maybe not, because I was looking at my partner next to me, and he's not really like that. And I was like, yeah, not right now, sort of thing. And then they tried again the next day. There was a blue ray beam right in the center of the bus, behind the bathroom, the shower where I really love to have my time, the water. And it was there, and I was like, oh my God, if I was under that, would I, like, you know, be spocked up, sort of thing. And then I went, no, like, I wasn't like completely petrified, but I said no.
So you were asked twice to go through a portal, and you chose not to.
Yes.
What about the feminine?
Yes.
Start. Yeah. The cane.
Yeah. There was, and then the third time, it was like they had a right in my little nest. There was a female figure, and she was almost kneeling beside my bed, with her, or sitting on like a milking stool. And then she had like a blue cloak with the headpiece on and dark hair, and I couldn't really see her face because she was having her chin down, like she was praying, sort of thing. And then behind her in the corner was a being, like I can't even describe it, almost beige but not, something just sort of glowing but not golden, maybe. Anyway, he was standing in the corner, and it was like they were having a conversation. I knew they were having a conversation with me as well, my higher self with me. And I could feel it, see it and everything. And she's the one that said to him, she's not ready, if that makes sense. So she said, please let her, because, you know, I have 5 kids. I've got a lot, you know, I felt as if, I mean, I know different now. I know a little bit better now. I'd be more prepared possibly now, but I might even say no now, because it is, wow. I mean, if you've got beings like that walking around, this planet is just going to be lit. It's incredible. That feeling, to have everybody feel like that, I'll tell you, after the 10 days, and then I woke up, it's kind of half when I was sleeping, like I got that visit there, so I was okay with it, if you know what I mean. Like, it wasn't as if I just woke up and it wasn't there anymore. it kind of just sort of tapered off. The actual intensity of it tapered off. I was left with the beautiful gifts. No jealousy, no jealousy. Jealousy gone.
So using that as an example, did you have jealousy active in your field prior to the experience? A little bit of it? Or?
Yes, and I think it's I think why when I tell you the few things that have just gone, I think that they were superficial. You know, the ones of the matrix. You talk about the matrix like that. I just talk about it, society in general, what we've been told to do so that we buy more products. Yeah, those things just went away. So jealousy, judgment, comparing, yeah, which would probably include envy,
or like self-consciousness,
yeah, all of that, yeah, to the point of like, you know, before when I was doing everything and stuff, I was always coming back home and going, oh, did I say enough? Did I do enough?
Yeah.
Was that right? Did I do this? I don't give a shit now. That was just done, gone, tick, awesome. And it's so refreshing. It's like being born again. Really is. So it's the way we're meant to be.
Yeah.
As in the sense of, without all of that sticky shit. So yeah, life has just, it's so good.
So have you spent, so that it's now 4 months later. Have you spent most of that time integrating that experience? Have you had any further communications or apparitions appear?
I've had I've had a few. There's been a few. I think there's like some really interesting beings out there. They come right in my face, like massive, like, here I am checking you out. And it depends on what you're thinking now, because you don't have your brain cluttered up with the monkey mind, the chatter anymore. So you've got more brain space. I don't know how to say any of this. For good stuff, you know, there's no second guessing. There's none of all this shit. It's just good stuff. It's gold. And so you, in your own self, come up with stuff in that, and then you'll be almost watched or told good on you or whatever by these beings. So that's kind of different. Haven't had, it's like getting a thumbs up from the universe somehow all the time. Yeah. Which is pretty cool, you know?
Like excitement.
So it is. And then now, like, everybody that I'm walking, they smile at me. Everybody does. So I'm thinking that I must have some light, like, just there, and it's catching. It's really cool. I'm enjoying, because I've always been a people person, so I'm enjoying that, meeting people here, different space, showing Josie as well gave me, for the first part of being here, because it's only been since Easter that she hasn't been here, incredible tingling sensations on my crown, right through my body, just a realignment. Like, it's like as if whenever I do what I'm supposed to do, and I do it, like, I just do it naturally, but when I do it, I get the same rush again, like a liquid gold just comes through me again. And yeah, it's amazing. It's really lovely. I like it this way. I don't think that I could survive being as high as that was for those 10 days.
How was that?
Now,
how was that? How was that challenging? Was it just because it was so unfamiliar, or was it?
Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. Like my first orgasm that I ever had, the roof felt, went away, and then there's the space, and you feel like you're elevated and going through it. That's fine, and you're always trying to hit that high, and then you get different ones, and this, that, the other, and that's why they say when you have an orgasm, you know about it. This was more than that. That was just the tipping point, as it was.
It's like a,
It
it was
was
like
the
an
love.
it's like an energetic orgasm or soulgasm.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because it lasted 10 days.
Yeah, and so if
So
and so I one of the good things about what you're saying too, and I think this is good for people because they either or have experienced something similar or they're going to. It would only make
oh
sense.
yeah,
I mean,
oh yeah, it's there. It's
we
there
can,
for the taking.
yeah.
Absolutely,
So
it's amazing. You just got to love yourself.
yeah,
You
and
just got
so
to love yourself.
let me ask
Like
you this.
3,000. You got to love yourself,
So let me ask you
and
this.
you got to love life. You got to love
Yeah,
life.
yeah, and you can't fake
You
it,
know.
right? You can't
No,
fake
it's pretty cool. It's
it.
awesome. I mean, come on. I
Yeah.
just got given a whole stuff happens too, as you know. Like I went to vote, because it's weird because it's the blending now of the old and the new. To be able to get the proper new, you have to blend first. So it's kind of like using a brush and making beautiful artwork. So I've gone to vote, and then it's at the church. There's a church at the end of my street. So yeah, I also saw Jesus in the 10 days. So he came to me in like the third day. I did go in the water. I was floating, and I was just like, this is incredible. Like yeah. And then I turned around, and I have my beautiful Maria. She has her bus parked on our block, and she is a priestess. She knows stuff. I'm just a person, but I turned around in the pool, floating, because I usually go up with the birds, and I can become the bird. I love doing that. It's so much fun. So I'm looking at the bus, and Jesus appeared in her roof rack. Why does it happen like this? Like when you're sitting on the toilet or doing something. I'm serious.
True
He's on
story.
the roof rack of Marie's bus,
So what happened?
and
Did you
well,
receive it?
yeah, he's so beautiful. He embodies what I was feeling. Like he can do it, like just with beautiful grace. It's just so good. It's like you're everything and I'm feeling. And there was a red cord from him to me.
Mm.
I was baptized when I was a baby. And apparently I did my first wave after being baptized with a photo out the front of the church when I was 8 months old. And they captured me waving for the first time. So that's cool.
So
Yeah, Jesus and he's a cool dude. He did awesome. Imagine being in that era, in that day and age, and feeling like that 100% of the time, trying to, help people, and that when you've got the rise of the churches and the doctrines and all that just happening then, and then the poor bugger got lynched. I mean, we are so lucky. Now we live in a time where there's no more lynch mobs,
well,
it's
and there's many more than just one or two or five walking the earth doing it now. That's the other thing.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. I mean, that's exciting in itself.
So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. For the purpose of people waking up, for the purpose of people who may consider themselves woken up or they are woken up, and what's coming, okay? Because Morgan and I have talked about, I've talked about it. We're going to come on and talk about our experiences with physical hair gammas. We we experienced some things very similar to you, including the walls and the, going invisible and the cosmos coming up and all that. But in regard to the portals opening up, the 2 times the portals opened up, let me ask you this, just because I think our experience and relaying our experience is so full of activation. The first thing I'm going to say is whatever face or essence or energy of the universe that was showing itself to you and inviting you into the portal certainly had no problem with you exercising your free will in choosing not to go. And I think that's important because it's still we have dominion over ourselves no matter what. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But let me ask you this, just so we can relate. If it comes before us, any of us, 2 questions. One, what was it that kept you from going through on those 2 occasions, be it emotion, feeling, gut feeling, just discernment, whatever the case was, real life stuff, taking care of the kids? And 2, when it happens again, what do you think you'll do?
Okay, the first one, I think it was all that you said. So, it's being a mum. Mums will know. That's all I can say there. But what will I do if it happens again? I think I might ride that saddle, I'll give it a go because I think in this time it's allowed me, the experience also has allowed me to really be there with my kids. I've always been there. I mean, look, we lived in the bus together for that long and that, but since this, it's just raised the bar on the share, the care, the everything. It's just raised the bar. I think that they would be okay if mum ends up a space cadet. Literally, that's how good it is.
What's your gut feeling? Your gut feeling, it sounds to me like, might be that you would go through it and come back and then have to function at this level of heightened awareness.
Yes, that's it. That's what I'm thinking. That's where it's at. Like that it happens again, however it happens. And then I have to be like that forever. Like, or, until the next thing. So yeah, that's huge because I'm gonna be pretty much a space cadet for, because then it's another, and I think that actually, to be honest, I've kind of half integrated it because you are no longer triggered. Okay, so I just got a bit of a howdy doody there. That was awesome. You're no longer triggered. All of your shadow work and everything and stuff like that. Like it's funny. You start healing others with their triggers, their shadow work. So
explain it. Can you explain that? Can you explain that? Explain that.
Okay. So
you start healing others through their triggers. Do you say anything to them directly, or do you just let your energy do the work?
Both.
Okay. Are there times that you don't say anything?
Sometimes.
Are there times that you don't say anything to them and just let them?
You've got to give them space to do their thing. So I guess that's the silent part. But something happens and you just look at them with so much love and like you don't even feel like you poor thing. It's not that. It's you're just there for them, and then what you say to them, it might sound weird to you, but to them it's their language. You're speaking to where they are at. You're not above them, you're not below them, you're beside them, and you're speaking to them in their language. I mean, 1 billion people could know English, and yet not 1 billion people can communicate with each other.
I get that. So you're actually in a space
of a flip.
You're
a
actually
complete flip.
Yeah, and you're in a space. I love that term. I feel like there's a big flip coming. I don't know if it's with my world or the whole world, but anyway, it sounds okay. So you're in a space, kind of like the space of the 10 days, and you're in a space where I love what you said, where you're not above and below, because I think it's a difficult transition. You expand, somebody comes into your field, and I don't want to use the term lower vibration. I like what you said. You heal their triggers. So in other words, being in your space, it metaphorically shines light on them. Triggers come up to the surface, but you're holding a space. It sounds like there's fewer words in that space, and more of it's the energy. But is that right, or is there more words?
It depends. It depends on who you're with and what their trigger is.
Okay.
You know, so you're just there for all of it for them.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, it's not you anymore in this. It is you, and it's beautiful. It's your higher self. So there's no, so the complete flip. So instead of going home and thinking, oh, did I say the right thing? Was that right?
Yeah.
Did that and that? And even in, you know, I used to even say that to myself while I'm with the person, like, you know, you have to be listening now. You have to go telling yourself all this stuff. None of that exists anymore.
Right.
It's completely flipped.
See, that's the most powerful thing that you've said to me personally. Is that you're not. It's not even what you say; it's what you're thinking. So you're not looking at them, and the thinking is not being projected. Oh, I know what you're going through. You kind of feel sorry for them. I think it's a conditioning. You know, it's just a pattern. And so you're saying you've risen above that, and you're able to say, you know, and just look at them. Essentially, look at them with that same energy that you're feeling. You're just being that energy. I'm not trying to diminish this or make light of it.
No, it is. No, it is. It is. It's that energy, and you are it because that's what happened to you.
Yeah. Somebody asked a question, and I don't know if you can answer it. I just think it's a decent question, a very good question, a very sincere question. So thank you, Faridi Naini. Why do some people go through this and some don't?
I honestly cannot answer that one. Like, I didn't know any of this. Is it Nardini? Sweetheart, I did not know any of this. All I've done is listen to myself. My little voice inside. Me get along well together. But I also fell into the societal trap of being there for everyone, doing everything, and then just being bloody exhausted and going, what the fuck am I doing? How else can I help people then? That was me. And then this happened because I relaxed.
Yes.
And and I just went, fuck it, you know?
Yeah. Somebody, David Gagnon, thank you, David. He said, if you want it too much, it will not happen. And there's been a lot of talk about detaching and releasing anything and everything. And so I think that's a point. Maybe those that feel, and again, you said that the comparison went away, you know, the self-consciousness and the comparing, and they've got this and I don't. Was part of your expansion, was that was removed basically, or the veil of that?
Yes, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
For those who are in that place, and we've all been there.
Art therapy. I can highly recommend art therapy. I did some art therapy. I had actually broken my ankle in leading up to December. And mums know how busy that is with kids and going to this place, going to production and blah, blah. I knew my body needed rest. I'm old enough now. I turned 45. And I did that. And I was just there for myself. And I did art therapy of just painting my dreams, not really so much writing a few poems and things, but that was through my gorgeous girlfriend, Wanda. She's online as well.
Yeah.
I did that through her, and she is like a mother hen, and she always said, fill your cup. And, you know, yeah, that was all a part of it. You know,
Yeah.
it was like, stuff it, stuff everybody else, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to give all of that energy, all of that love, all of that thought, all of that to myself. And I did.
Yeah. I think two things stand out right now. One of them is that this whole episode started with you not having any expectations, not chasing anything. You were just by yourself in a self-love frequency, and it
Yeah.
just happened. That's number one. And the other thing that comes up a lot on these shows, Faridi Naini made this comment too, and he says, "I'm very sensitive and empathic, but I don't have these experiences." Now, I think that here's another part of it that has shown its face a lot. Let's just say that on these 1,000 shows we've done, and that is that it's that comparing. You know, the universe speaks to all of us differently.
Yes.
It
I
shows
would
us
never,
everything differently,
ever,
right?
yeah. I would never, I would never speak like that. Like, even before, that is that comparing, but you're so beautiful, thinking like that. Like, why isn't it happening to me? That's so sweet. Shannon Knoll here in Australia did this song, What About Me? And I really resonated. I actually met Shannon Knoll when I was pregnant with Fenton, and I was wearing a rainbow top, and I hung out with his nanny. She's old now, but he used to have a nanny when he was a kid, and that. See, special things like this happen because I just relax and go with it. And I think that if he puts that song on, let it just cry, sweetheart, just let it out. I used to listen to that as a little girl, and then wash your face with water, beautiful water, watch it glisten, really, and then either have a sleep or go have something to eat or drink, and then forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. Forget about it.
Forget
Well,
about it.
well, you know, another thing that's been coming up a lot, and of course, it's been written in all the sacred text, and like go within. You know, it's also been written, ask and you will receive, and a lot of that data or intel has come out on these shows in the last few weeks, and that is people. You know, when I've asked them, is there anything you want to say or any advice, they'll say, ask. We have teams behind us, with us, and they truly are not above us or below us. They are standing side by side with us, and we're the ones doing the work here. We're representing them as well as ourselves, but they are there to help if we will ask. And I think that's something that we find so far out there in the times of deep emotion or trauma or dark night of the soul. We do ask, but we can actually ask each and every day. And be a little bit specific. Is there something you can show me? I feel this way. Why? You know, I mean,
Don't ever ask why of anything. It just is. And if you want something, yeah, just ask for it.
yeah, yeah, beautiful. So, is there anything that you want to?
I wanted to, but I can't see you. Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
Oh my God, can you see me? I can't see you. I've just been speaking to a computer. I
Well,
seriously, I can't see.
you
I can't see.
you probably
Oh my God, I could have started picking my nose or something.
well, it's too late now.
Okay. Well, if you want to see something, I'll show you. I've got a crystal collection only from it's what's been given to me, either found naturally on my way around Australia, from gorgeous girlfriends. I don't know, just amazing. And it just happens with such special stories. The ones that see them will know. But I'll show you the one that I think I had, because I've been reading now about my experience and thinking, you know, what was special about the room, that. And then I thought, yeah, I had 2 crystals. I did. I had one that was from Cooper Pedy. That's, okay, so I don't know what you can see here. But this one, I think it's selenite from Cooper Pedy, was in my drawer on the left-hand side with the brown paper bag over it. It was actually wrapped up in a paper bag right in the drawer next to me. And this is where the light was drawn to, this left side of my hand, right near where that was, if you can see that one. This is, well, basically Australia gave me this. So it's a really cool find. And then on my right-hand side, I had this one that Maria, like I said, you know, her bus is parked out the side of my bus. I tried, like, yeah, of course, I tried for it to happen again and to put and I had this on my hand to, if the light was there, that it could infuse it and have it as an energy piece. Oh, crown going off right there right now. And something really happened. My tattoo, I have a tattoo that I designed and got done on my 38th birthday, and it infused into the crystal. So it's a yin and yang and 2 ladybirds. I don't know if you can see, but there's underneath the bracelet, there's, hang on, I'm just sitting on my massage table. There's Chinese words for dream. And this infused into the crystal. I've taken a photo of it, so I'll have to post it. But
so you mean it's like imprinted onto the crystal?
Yeah, no, it actually, yeah, it went into the crystal. So I could see it in the crystal, and then I took a photo, and it's in the crystal is the Chinese letters for dream.
Wow.
So that's in there now. I don't know where it goes from this, but I do know that the new technologies, I mean, we already do solar and wind power at the block and everything. Yeah, I know that the new power energy is going to be us.
Oh, us.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. It's
all us. It's all us.
If you, yeah, that's what I was wondering. If you wanted to infuse energy into the crystal, or maybe is it meant to stay in you? I don't know. How does that work? I guess we're going to find out.
It's huge. It's a lot of energy. I think that you'll know when, you know, in the future, you'll know when there's a good party happening, because their crystalline house or whatever will be just throbbing.
Yeah.
You know.
Very cool, man.
It's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. But I really wanted to give you guys a massage. So I'll just do a really quick one, but it's going to, because time is really funny. So it actually, time can be as long or as short as you want. So I'm going to, I hope you can see. Okay, all right. Can you see the massage table?
Yes.
I don't know what you can see.
Yes, we can see.
And can you see me?
Yes.
Okay. So I've only ever done massage for friends and family. So this is the first time I've done it for others. I need you to take a deep breath in, let it out, do it again. Now, if you're laying down or sitting up, I'm just going to now give you a beautiful holistic massage. Everything that we do and think and feel is going down the spine, round your hips, down the legs. Just going to drop it to your feet. Beautiful feet. Now I'm going to get these gorgeous feet of yours, using appendages that we have, that we own, that take our weight every single day. I'm going to lift them. And I'm just going to massage. Just going to pull it through the toes, under the arch, and just pull it out. Pull it out. I'm going to pull out the day. I'm going to pull out the day. I'm going to get the other one. Beautiful, beautiful feet. Take us through life. Just beautiful. Particularly, just take it, take that out. I'll let you sit with that. And then I'm going to put in some love. Put in some love. Put it in. Feel like you're having a shower. Just put in some love. Put it in. Put it in. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful vessels. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. I love you all.
Thank you. Wow.
Love you all so much. Oh, pleasure, darling.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I was going to say at the first of the show, I was thinking to myself, gosh, she's changed. You know, I picked up on your energy when I see your comments and your posts. I don't really get time to, to respond to anything. And I saw it, but when I heard your voice, and then later on you said my voice changed, I was like, yeah. So this is great. Sharing this with your brothers and sisters is what I think. It's the highest activations and code exchange we can have. So not just the words you shared with us and the massage, but your energy and your light. So best to you and your children and your husband and all of your friends and family around you and your life. And I look forward to collaborating with you again and see what kind of changes, what kind of journey, twists and turns your journeys take in a positive sense as you continue to elevate and expand. Thank you for sharing space with us and honoring us with your presence today.
Love you, beautiful.
Love you too. I'll see you later. Bye,
Thank
everybody.
you,